Oh, yeah, God, I knew one guy that was into it, like, he was, told how to have trouble with his knee, uh, his feet, and, his back, you know. It was just, so that's it, you know, telling Lois that, I don't have to look at her mom's house anymore. It's sold. It's, yeah, something like that. Right now, it's kind of a surreal period of time for me. I don't really have anything to look at for this hard. I'm driving Susan around now because she's taking gabapentin for some of the pain, and she don't really feel comfortable driving right now. So, that's fair. Well, hey, it's responsibility, but it's not as big responsibility. Do what? The responsibility is not as heavy as before. Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is, I'm glad to be in a position.
Sheer Curry says, such a great drawing.
I'm glad I was in a position to, care for my mom.
Thanks, Curry.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't have it.
Pull this up. I am going to be the DJ today. Ooh, Social Stream Ninja. Come on, Matt. Social streams. Oh, that's such a nice pose right there. What were you like before? Can you do the other pose?
I can for a little bit. If I like have to dap out a little bit earlier, I'll let you know. I think she'll be fine.
Wait a second. Let's keep it there. But instead of like always twisting back like that, just like look forward that way.
Like this?
Is that okay?
It's fine. I don't think the neck would have been it. I think probably always the index fingers. So I'm trying to like.
Dude, how would they be comfortable for you?
Fingers are hard, I've learned.
Yeah.
No. They should be fine, but I think towards like the third sports.
I tell you what, drop that hand.
Yeah.
And then that one, and then like bring it kind of around the front. Yeah, and then this one right here, just rest it here. Your right hand though, like right hand, rest it there.
Oh, right hand.
Yeah, and then the left one. Okay, there, and then kind of twist a little bit, if you can.
Yeah,
and you can kind of look back at Dennis. You don't need to like totally, but it's like something like that. And then let's see. So you're here. Kind of do this. Bring it around like that, son.
Right there.
Right there. And is that comfortable?
It's fine. It might be a bit awkward, but it's fine.
Yeah, it does look awkward. 1 second. Just drop that hand right there. Now put it on your thigh, right there. All right, lift it up to your lower belly right here.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I can do this.
Bring it up higher to like right under there. Yes. Can you do this right here?
This?
With the right hand?
Like this?
Yeah, but
that's a bit awkward.
Yeah, it is. Drop it back down to the rib cage.
Yeah.
The other hand, I tell you what, do a fist. Fist feel better?
Ooh, test. I haven't done a fist before, so I can't tell you.
That looks absolutely retarded. Like, if I saw you standing there, I would probably, yeah. Actually, you know what? Shake it out. And then just, we're going to do that.
I can do this.
Huh? No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Well,
I can hold it for like until the third session. I might have to like.
I want you to be comfortable. I'd rather you be comfortable. Just stand normal. That's actually nice.
I can do this.
We'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. Woo. Yes, I can do the back. Good.
Yeah, but my grandpa, he's 100, and he has a lot of kids.
No way.
And I guess, and they have a lot of kids, so everyone's from like all around coming back to see him. We're all like, oh, this is 100th birthday. We could not trust you, but He'll be fine.
Wait, he's 100?
He's going to turn 100.
Oh snap! I really hope I don't live that long.
Really? Why?
Oh, there's probably a litany of reasons, but
Sheer Curry says, shut up, Lewis.
You know, like, if I could just live up to 100, but at the same state I'm in right now, that would be ideal.
Sheer Curry says, you're gonna be a 100.
Well,
100.
He was, born and raised in Paradise.
Oh, gosh, reviews. It's too much.
is that where they found the first emerald at?
Murphy to Maniac. It's the last, little town you get to. It's about 20 miles to the Tennessee state line.
Dang it.
It's
That's
a
the
nice substantial little town you get to. And he done good for about 97 of those years, but the last 3 years of his life was pretty rough.
Dang, did he have a caretaker or anybody to really help him out?
Oh yeah, and my grandmother, his wife,
Yeah.
she lived to be 97.
Damn.
Very long liver, you know.
Yeah, wow.
And he died in 91.
Oh.
He was born in 1889.
Wow, 1889. Oh my gosh. That's literally like, wow.
Lived to 1990.
Imagine living to see a whole century pass, or nearly. That's crazy.
You know, and he was in pretty good shape, like I said, for about 97 of those years.
Oh, what he did to keep himself in shape. Like, what are his secrets?
He was just a tough little mountain boy.
Just climbing the rocks, you know, climb trees, fighting bears.
He raised a garden and pigs. He owned a sawmill until the Depression took everything. And he had 5 kids.
Damn. Wow, that's very like classic kind of like life in America.
So it was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
My dad was a pipe fitter welder. He worked in Copper Hill, Tennessee.
Whoa.
Throughout the 70s.
Oh.
He used to go there and spend a lot of the summers.
Do you prefer Tennessee to North Carolina?
Do what?
Do you prefer Tennessee to North Carolina?
I never spent a lot of time in Tennessee.
Hmm.
And back in that time, you know, Copper Hill, Tennessee was still, the last time I was there, which has been over 30 years yet, they made pretty good strides on regrowing all the vegetation that the acid factory had killed out.
It was an acid factory?
Yeah, it was a copper mine. They extracted copper, acid.
Future Oil Painter says, just like old times at the Florence Academy for Troubled Youths, all that's missing is a nun with a whip.
Vegetation around it. Back in 74 and 75, you drive through there, and it was just nothing but rolling red clay hills. There was very little, maybe a scrub pine here, there, and everywhere. And not much vegetation until you got to where the mountains would rise. Pretty surreal looking.
That does sound pretty surreal. Oh.
That has me mad. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
Did he say he would come?
No, but he did a thumbs up in the chat.
Future
Text,
Oil Painter says,
like saying I said
Lewis
I had a
the
mile.
first
He's
said
thumbs
straight
up
lines
it.
whip.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice being in education because so my boyfriend's school starts next week, and we were debating to do like a final like kid date. We kind of haven't been going out. That's an issue. Yeah, so all this time we're like, oh, summer, let's go to the beach, and then we're like, that's too much of a drive. We just end up watching shitty dating shows at home. They're horrible dating shows. Don't watch them. They're stupid. But they're really funny. It's the thing. I'm kind of really invested.
Yeah.
Because there's one dating show. It's a called Badly in Love, where they get a bunch of yakuza to try to date. When you put them
Sheer
in, they
Curry
all three
says,
start fist fighting.
Yeah.
if you said you would model, Matt would have come.
She said, if you said you would have model, Matt would have come.
Future Oil Painter says, where's the head?
Where's the head?
Their head's funny.
Literally right. I just started, you jackass. These guys, all already. Anyway.
Yeah. So we were debating, or debating tomorrow night. I know every Friday night there's an observatory 20 miles from here that lets you in for free. See Friday nights. I'm like, I know North Carolina has so many like national parks, stuff like that. So
Sheer Curry says,
check them out there.
you're drawing it wrong. Future Oil Painter says, could be a headless ghost.
You know what? You're retarded. Okay? Everybody knows you're retarded. You know you're retarded. Okay?
What is that you're playing?
Oh, me right now, my earbuds.
Oh, the music,
Oh,
the voice.
I don't know. It's
What, this?
Yeah.
This is Sith meditation music.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Freaking awesome. Let's see how. Yeah, it's pretty loud there. Pretty loud.
Wireless right now.
Yeah, no, my earbuds right now. I'm listening to I think Weezer.
Come on, Matt.
Yeah, no, I was thinking recently I want to go see a dark, like Black Knight concert, but it's like no.
Sheer Curry says, this isn't music, this is just sound.
What do you
Future
think
Oil
music
Painter
is, you
says,
dumbass?
I recommend 1970s Kmart Christmas music.
Camera's still a thing. It is different.
This isn't music. This is sound.
Sheer Curry says, yes, let's play Christmas music.
Oh. Doing Christmas music in freaking August.
It's never too early. How do you guys feel about Christmas? Is it like what is your favorite holiday? We just put holidays.
Sheer Curry says,
I like
oh, holy
Halloween,
night.
but Christmas is probably the most wholesome
Yeah,
when done right. You know?
when done wrong.
Well, when done right, when you don't like, well, when you're like around family and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like that type of thing. If it's something where it's just like
Future Oil Painter says,
overindulgence of, you know, it's good to
is
get
there a
people
model?
gifts, but if
or
it's
is this a from
that's
Dream?
the only thing it is, it's not always the best.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I don't know. It's just my extensive life experience.
Your worldly wisdom.
Oh yeah, it's so much of it.
No, I don't think I get Christmas. I haven't gotten Christmas gifts in a long time. Like, not that I don't
Oh no.
get them, but like, as you're an adult, especially in Asian families, it's kind of reserved for the kids only.
Oh, weird. It's crazy.
I think the last no, I did get one. It was just a regular water bottle.
Oh, it is.
It was like they had the Ross
was.
tag on it, and it was like $9. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used it so. But the kid, we got like a drone, and I was like, huh? How did a kid need a drone?
It's not good. If you're a kid, you're using that drone
Future
to
Oil Painter says,
check out naked women.
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Security report to Section 3
Never
Security.
underestimate children. Never underestimate.
Sheer Curry says, Lua.
Florence Academy for troubled boys, yeah. The troubled boy toys. Yeah.
Sheer Curry says, where do the troubled girls go?
Where do they go? The women, the girls, the troubled girls were there to just for public image,
Huh.
so that they wouldn't say that they're sexist, because really women aren't good at much, including art. So kind of like back in the 1800s where they weren't allowed in there, that's kind of how it is, except we allowed them in because we're very inclusive. But, you know, it was more like,
Sheer
yeah, you
Curry
can come
says,
in, LOL.
women are good at something.
Isn't it? It's so bad. But you know, there's like that one person who will hear it and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I do not approve. Reported. And her name is Karen.
That could be Juliet too.
Or it could be Juliet too.
Sheer Curry says, security.
Security!
Future Oil
I
Painter
need an
says,
adult!
Kmart service announcement: if paying with check, be sure to clear checks at the service desk before going to checkout lines.
What are you talking about? You clean my brushes. Phone's over there, so I might not check it. I've lost all care for chat right now. Frankly, I just want to clean my brushes, do this stupid drawing, go home, and
Future Oil
hug.
Painter says, that's
But-
part of the Kmart Christmas music.
Oh, it is. What's should be part of the Kmart Christmas music is this? The Sith meditation music. La musica di meditazione Sith. Sith. Ah, Sith. Musica meditazione di Sith. Sith. Damn it. Matt, Matt, I know you watch all my streams. I'm never going to forgive you for not.
Sheer Curry says, Louis gonna go home and watch some special VHS tapes. Future Oil Painter says,
You're up.
Louis, is there a model? Or
There
have
is a
you
model.
lost your sanity?
I see what you did there. To lose one's sanity, you have to have had it to begin with, my dear Butford Chair.
Sheer Curry says, he never had it.
Thank you, Shakuri. We're on the same wavelength. There we go. She understands. She knows. She knows. You know, Sarika, the funny thing is sometimes I have my dad in here who has dementia, so he'll be sitting here, but I'll have these guys in my earbuds, so he can't hear who I'm talking to. So he's just sitting there staring at me like, what the hell are you doing? You know?
He's going crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It is kind of funny. Yeah. My boy. The boy. Crazy? I'm not crazy. I was called crazy once.
Sheer Curry says,
I trapped in a room
Biba.
with rats. Rats made me crazy. Crazy? I'm not crazy. I had Terry teach me. So I can be part of the I'm not crazy club. And you see Matt's face every time
Sheer
like Terry
Curry
does it. He's
says,
like, crazy? Matt's like
now
this.
do Joe
Like,
Mama jokes.
it was funny at first, but now Matt's like, like you can tell he's bothered by it at this point. He's like, yeah, okay, okay, yeah. Because Matt has like a really good, sense of humor, but then like eventually the jokes get so repetitive that he becomes concerned.
Isn't it always the best to see someone so normal, they get bothered by you going crazy?
Is he? I don't know. I mean, like he's pretty down to earth, but yeah, I think it's more of he's more common sense. After a while, it's not funny. That's literally the look he's giving. He's like, yeah.
The 3 second laugh track, like you always do.
The countdown. Yeah. It might have been 2 seconds. It's that 2 seconds is probably the best one. I'm gonna go back to 2. I think it was 2. It was either 2 or 3.
Future Oil Painter says.
Two's good because
Matt's like that stupid but 4 chair calling me a pimp again lol.
yeah,
Cher Curry says.
because of the feather.
Jokes become even funnier when they become overused and unfunny.
And that's the other
Like
thing.
caps lock.
Like caps lock. I didn't know how to do caps lock on the phone. She told me, and so she won't let that go. And like so every stream she's like, well, oh yeah, well you don't know how to do caps lock, which I do know how to because I didn't know, but I was taught, and now I do know because I'm smart. Okay. Except I'm not smart because I didn't set the freaking timer. Dang it. Well, whatever. I actually know what time we started. We started at 6:03, and we.
Cher Curry says. You're smart for a retarded person.
Going on. Okay. I think that's. We'll go for one more minute, and we'll get back. Wait. Yeah, one more minute, and then we'll get back up.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Obviously, just more players.
Good. All right. Now, time to use vegetable oil on my palette. Pouring just a little bit. Massage it in.
Future Oil Painter says.
What for sure?
Lewis is not really a professional artist, but he did stay at a Hilton hotel last night.
Those are good commercials. Sarika, do you know what he's talking about? Do you, yeah, Dennis, you remember those commercials? The Hilton Head commercials? It's like, oh, I'm not really a rocket scientist. I just stayed at Hilton Head last. Yeah. Was it Hilton Head? All right. Let's go. Dang it. It's a Holiday Inn.
Really technical, informed answer like
Future Oil Painter says. Oopsie.
You're wrong. As per usual.
Future Oil Painter says. Holiday Inn.
As per usual. Yeah. Wipe that off. Oh. Yeah, the Sith meditation music really sums up the week for me. Huh? Ominous, dark, no hope, never ending, lots of anger, despair, hatred. You know, the usual. Oh, gosh.
Cher Curry says. I thought your day started great. Future Oil Painter says.
Well, you thought wrong.
Could try John Carpenter's royalty-free music. Future Oil Painter
No.
says. It's nice and scary.
You know who has good royalty-free music is Kevin McLeod. That guy's awesome. That guy is really freaking awesome. He has so many genres of music, and they're all really good. Really? Let's check. Yeah, I forgot about that. Royalty free.
Cher Curry says. Does he have gangster rap?
Curry listening to gangster rap. Oh. I don't think he has gangster rap. No, unfortunately, he doesn't.
Future Oil Painter says,
It's not like clean my brushes.
you'll have to look him up. People are getting tired of Christmas music in the summertime. Sheer Curry says, amateur.
Amateur. Amateur.
Sheer Curry says, amateur.
Oh, amateur.
Well, she spelled it right, but text to speech is freaking retarded.
Sheer Curry says,
I can't.
but for cheer sing your own songs. Future Oil Painter says, Lewis, are you thinking of the shadow line right now or too early?
A little too early. I was putting the spine in very softly just to see this region right here, because this is in a slightly different position she's in right now. So I'm kind of just, yeah, trying to get the anatomy here. I'm going off this piece here because if this is here, this is normally coming up like that, and then back of the neck it's kind of twisting, so it would be here, which is lining up to what's there. It's just that is doing a little bit more of this in mine, whereas right now it's a little bit more relaxed. Does that make sense? So, but the spine is still going to be in the same place. It's probably just going to be a little bit deeper. So I just kind of keep track of that as I go.
Did you ever finish the peak of your bathroom?
Well, I worked on it actually, was it yesterday? No, I worked on it on Tuesday. So yeah, I actually got a lot done on it. It's not done yet, but yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah.
That's cool. I keep debating, like, I've never ever touched art in my life, to be frank.
Yeah.
Lewis, where would you start?
Where would you start?
Completely. You didn't know what pencil
Like,
was.
yeah, I mean, well, I would just pick up a pencil and start drawing stuff, like whatever you feel like you want to draw. It might be like anime, it might be, just a character, something that you like, in one of your video games. If you wanted to do figures, this class is the perfect class to do it, because I would show you, like, I would, get you introduced into it. Um, but yeah, you start with pencil, just regular pencil, and just
Future Oil Painter says, Kmart is more than any store that you have known before. Kmart means you get quality. Its warm and friendly service does not take long. Quality and discount prices.
Say that again.
Satisfaction always.
Sorry, I don't know what you just said. Do you think it's better to start like stylistic kind of figures, like kind of exaggerated perspective, or like anatomical proportion?
So if you're going for, like, if you want to be like a fine art, like realism,
yeah,
then what you want to do is learn this method. So you're studying anatomy and proportions. You don't want to exaggerate things, right? I think pretty much with anything you go into, you probably don't want to exaggerate things. You want to learn how to see properly first, because then you have the option of exaggerate. Like if I want to exaggerate something, I have control over what I'm exaggerating. But if you can't draw it right in the first place, then all these angles and lines are already wrong, and they could be quote unquote exaggerated, But like if you want really that exaggeration to have more of an effect, everything else has to be in its proper place. Then the exaggeration, by contrast, will be an exaggeration. So I think it's always best to learn anatomical and as precise as you can, right? That's why I think it's just like learning a language. You start putting the bells and whistles in poetry on top of the language that you already understand. But you don't start that way, right? I don't know. Maybe you could start that way. But yeah.
I think that's it. Like you can speak however you want, like Japanese, but you have to learn how to take notes of grammar first.
Yeah, basics 101. That's what you do. Keep it simple. I think most people overcomplicate it. And even like in this method of teaching, I really stress simplification, learning how to simplify the figure. Because the figure is a very complex subject, the human figure. So if you learn how to simplify it, you'll be able to, draw it much better, I think.
Noted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to fight that urge within myself to get to where I just throw it down. Just doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd think you're like, how hard is it just to draw the shape that you see? It's actually somehow very difficult to do.
It's damn hard.
Yeah.
I have better days than others.
Hey, that's okay. Recursive learning.
Yeah, but it's like I said, the thing about this method is, I mean, it's very basic, but it's you're going for a very accurate representation, and so it's very difficult and it can be very discouraging at first, because what it does is, because you're trying to get so accurate, it really shows you how inaccurate you are constantly. And so you're constantly having to correct. But at the end of the session, you'll find, if you've been doing it right, that your mind's very tired. It's been working hard, and that's how it's growing. It's getting in shape. And so it's a very rigorous exercise. But it's definitely how you improve the most, I think, this type of stuff. Yeah. But if you're just getting, like, for you, if you're like, oh, I just sit down and just like draw one of your characters, like, see what you like. Maybe you like doing stuff from imagination, maybe you like doing stuff from, like you can you can copy something, and then you can use that in your imagination, right? Like, like you might see something in a cool magazine, you might copy the figure or something, and then turn that figure into an elf, or I don't know.
So that would be cool.
Yeah, it's just have fun with it. Like, sit down and doodle. I don't know. Like, it really depends on the person, but you don't need to be, yeah, just like I always say, just have fun with it. If you try to have fun with it,
There's a game jam coming up, and even though I can write and code it, I do want to try to my own hand at like drawing the art first. I have a very specific image of it.
right?
Yeah. So I don't think about this. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they're like a lot of kids, for example, like especially with kids, sometimes like the parent will come up and be like, "What do you recommend?" I'm like, "Well, for the kid, just have them have fun with it, man. Right now, just have them draw whatever they feel like drawing, so they get into it. If you start making it ultra academic at first, unless that kid really wants it, they're like a mutant of some sort.
Yeah.
Oftentimes people will just lose interest if it's like too hard or over their head at first. It's just how it is. But the thing is, you're Asian, so it's probably not going to work that way with you.
Sheer Curry says, I hear
You're
a lot
smarter
of kids today are way
than
too
us, so
perfectionistic with drawing.
you got to work those stereotypes up. You got to own it.
Unfortunately, I'm horrible at math. Like, absolutely horrendous.
That means that you're only getting an A instead of an A plus, probably, right?
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Parents are like, oh, come on, you got 93. Oh,
Do your parents really stay on your case like that?
They used to. They genuinely used to. And I was pretty, like, fine, like,
Yeah.
sobbing over, like, even a B when I was younger.
Oh, really? Wow.
But then they, like, mellowed out a lot.
Oh, gosh.
In high school, when I started rebelling, I guess. I think rebelling. It's more so I was like, I'm not doing shit.
Oh, really? Wow.
They're like, whatever. So
They kind of just gave up at that point in life.
Well, it was less me and more so my sister, who was a bit more of a troublemaker than me.
Oh,
They had their hands full, and after that, they're like, "Oh,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Do what you want."
right,
So here I am.
yeah,
I mean, my parents are very much like, if you do something right, you get something good in return.
yeah,
So like, if I get an A, I can get like, I don't know, candy or something.
yeah.
For me, like it's also like, because I got to go to college on a full ride, I got to get a car,
Ah, dude,
which I'm like extremely thankful for.
yeah,
Then they're like, okay, you have to do other things for us to provide support. So I'm
yeah,
like, okay, that's fine.
yeah,
So now it's kind of like, if we manage to save this much up, we might consider this.
right, right, right,
So it's not
right,
bad. I'm happy. Like, I'm very privileged.
yeah, yeah,
My graduation, they're like, oh, because you graduated with such high honors, like we'll let you go like on a graduation trip. I wasn't really a graduation trip. It was more so me taking care of my grandparents abroad.
uh-huh,
But like, I'm still very lucky and happy to have done it.
gotcha,
That's why I went to get. That's literally the whole reason I went to Cambodia was because I graduated
uh,
and my grandparents needed help navigating airports.
right, oh, really?
No, it was
That's pretty funny, actually.
so. Oh my god! And also, I never knew. I never had to have done it.
Right,
If you get any help from any airport people ever, you have to like tip them. And I think that's
no
stupid.
way,
Yeah. So literally the lady's like, okay, tip, and I was like, what tip? You just pushed my grandma's wheelchair and didn't let me push it. And she was like, the tip, and I was like, oh.
you know what I think? I think a lot of those places um, scam visitors, and I think if people live there, they know
No,
either don't let them.
Greensboro.
This was Greensboro?
Greensboro Airport.
Dude, that's not supposed to happen at Greensboro Airport.
Yeah, right.
I've never heard of that. If that's happening there, Greensboro Airport? No way.
Oh my, you know what? This is the first time I ever had anyone ask me this directly. She was an official like employee. She had like the tag and like they would let her like the kind of her we got to go and almost skip TSA a little bit,
Okay.
which was cool, I guess. But I was
Well,
just
if you're getting that benefit, then maybe. But
yeah,
but I've never heard of this before. But I haven't traveled in a while either.
no, exactly. This is my grandparents needed wheelchairs, so I've never ever needed that assistance, you know.
Yeah.
So, because if I'm on my own, I'm just going through TSA their regular way.
Dude, that's kind of crazy because I mean the airport, that's their job. They're getting paid for already. They're not, it's not like you're waiting, like what else are they going to be doing?
Yeah, and like, and it happened. Like, it happened all over the world. Like every airport I went to.
Really?
Yes, I mean, yeah, to make things smooth, like flow better. Like at JFK,
It's
the guy,
that's
I literally, cause I was like, I don't want to pay. The guy was like, you're trying to take my junk away from me, and I was like, no, I don't want to pay you, man.
dude, everything just is pissing me off right now. Like I have traveled a lot and not once have I experienced that. Not once.
I think there's because I had to have assistance because my grandparents.
Yeah,
I never had it by myself either. Because by myself, I just get on, get off, you know.
sure.
And I like
Maybe that's the thing then. Maybe that's the thing.
that still sucks.
It does still suck because those people need help.
Yeah, exactly.
Like and they have those carts that they drive around.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
My hot take.
Future oil painter says. Yes, I've been drawing Vargas for a little while now and somehow I can draw more than stick figures.
Hmm.
No, my hot take is that I don't think baristas
Yeah.
or airplane people should be tipped. I think hotel workers and waiters should be tipped. I think that's fair. Because waiters, they have to like kerosene, delivery orders.
You know what's interesting?
Hmm?
Overseas, over in Europe, they don't tip the waiters, waitresses, and stuff. They don't do
Pay
it.
them an actual wage.
They pay them a wage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Sheer Curry says. We do tip sometimes.
You do tip sometimes. You
Future
do.
oil painter says. And I'm completely normalized twitching.
But for chair, I feel like you're having a conversation with some gnome or something in your head or your room and you're typing it in here because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sheer Curry
Maybe you are
says,
talking.
some people tip but we won't get spit in our drink if we don't, I think.
That's what you think.
Future Oil Painter says, no, it was delayed.
Anyway, I don't know. It's just whatever.
I don't like to be cold.
Future Oil Painter says, he'll catch up now.
Especially in like baristas, where like if I go to a little cafe,
Yeah.
drinks are really like almost $9. I'm not tipping you 20% of my $9.
You know, that's a good point. You know, you have a good point.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, what, you're not gonna tip me?
No, because my drink took like 30 seconds to make.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just this, it's not hard. It doesn't take out some labor or emotional effort from the barista.
And they mark those drinks up too. They mark them right up. They could take that dollar or however much you're gonna tip right out of whatever they're.
Future
Because
Oil
they mark
Painter
that
says,
stuff up and then they expect a
tipping
tip on
in this
top. I agree.
economy.
It's not the worker's fault. I don't do the barista for super long.
Let's see what you're saying.
But like,
Tipping in this economy.
no, tipping.
The
Sheer
thing is,
Curry
I don't go
says,
out ever.
I tip the strippers.
You should, you lonely, lonely girl. Yeah, they do split it. Yeah, it does get divided. I know. Oh, it is really.
Yeah, Starbucks is by hours. So that's why Starbucks there's people try to get you to tip a lot because they
Yeah.
transfer to whoever's working their hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my other burger place, we tried doing it like each person takes it by the hour. But then one girl complained because she got no tips at all. You know, she had a horrible personality. She was the manager. So we had to go back.
Sheer Curry says,
Money gets distributed.
I'm never lonely with my strippers and bicep guys.
Bicep guys.
The muscle men.
The muscle men.
I got to go to a muscle bar in Japan, but they're expensive. Not that I wanted to go. But
That's because you know how much protein
Future
and
Oil Painter
supplements
says,
they need to get
I
those
think in
sets.
Florida if any female says ivermectin never been a stripper, she's lying.
Here we
Sheer
go.
Curry says, did she say muscle bar LMAO?
Muscle bar, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like $40 for like a bicep something.
$40 for a bicep what?
They like put their bicep around your neck and like flex.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's $40?
$50 around
Are those guys like in shape or are they just kind
Sheer
of like
Curry
puffy?
says,
there. They're ripped, like,
They are?
muscles as in seafood.
Muscles as in seafood. Muscles as in muscles. Not like a muscle bar, like actual MUSCLE plural S. Okay. But you didn't think I could spell that, did you? Did you? No, you
Future
didn't.
Oil Painter says, muscle. Sheer Curry says, OMG you can spell.
I heard they don't smell. It's like a cafe kind of concept, so they have to kind of maintain like the image, you know.
Oh yeah.
I have a person I knew, we're not friends, who got invited to actually work for Muscle Bar because he was a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And they make pretty good money.
They make a lot of money. They make pretty good money.
It's like over 23 an hour.
Gotcha.
So we're working a Muscle Bar. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta do next, and then they do push-ups occasionally and carry people around. Which is already exhausting for an introvert.
That's not that bad, probably. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Cause like you're gonna have to please your customers who are here to watch you flex. You know?
Yeah, but those guys are like, yes, this is my dream. A bunch of young, hot, and chicks, and they're like, show me your steps, and I'm like, bro, I'm jacked on creatine and and protein supplements. I don't know. Yeah, I just snort it. I drink it, then I snort it for good measure. And then I come here and I show off the steps. Gotta keep the gains going. That's the other thing. This replaces workouts because this is how I get my, I don't know, reverse my incline press by lifting up the chicks and walking them. So it saves time in the gym. I don't know. Yeah, it's a workout. And if you're constantly flexing, you're working out the flexing muscles, so they're getting bigger. Yeah. How do I know that? Because that's how the Italians
Future
worked
oil
out.
painter
They just
says,
stare in the mirror and
we're
flex all
here
day.
to clap, pump you up.
This is what they do. They look in the mirror and they'd be like, here, I'll walk around here so you can see. This is what they do. Like the mirror's here, they'd be like, they're like, and they were tiny guys. They weren't that big. It's pretty funny. One guy was trying to impress a chick, and he was
Curry
like, hey,
says,
come over here.
Lewis
He was
knows
trying to be
from
all
personal
macho.
experience.
He said, arm wrestle me, you know? And so we arm wrestled.
And you beat the shit out of him.
No, I let him win
Oh.
because I was like, I thought it might help him, but then I was at the same time, I made it obvious that I wasn't even trying. I was like, this is retarded. I was like, why? Because I knew the guy.
You did it.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to hold your hand, Lewis.
One guy screamed across the gym. He's like, hey, man, I'm not gay. I was like, I never said you were. Just randomly said that.
Hello?
Randomly said that. This is how it is. People, their stereotypes of Italians are correct. Okay?
They're all just angry, short people.
They are just, I don't know, angry short people. But it's like they're a bunch of man children. And here's you know, the Carabinieri, the military police over there. There was a group of those guys hanging out. Okay? And then there was a ringtone that went off. They're outside. They don't want to be like, just like the ultra cop, they're like, military weapons and stuff. And a ringtone goes off of Mission Impossible. All of them go for the phones. And one guy, obviously it was one guy, he picks it up, he's like, pronto. And everybody else is like, pointing their phones back.
That's funny.
Mission Impossible is dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
That's funny.
Pronto. That's how they answer the phones. Pronto. Ready. Pronto. 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 Carabinieri.
Curry says, why pronto? That's weird.
Well, I don't know, Curry. It just is what it is. It is what it is. And guess what? I'm setting the timer. 4 or 5 minutes.
Future oil painter says, pronto means quickly in Spanish.
I could pass out right now. I could do it. Do it. Pronto. Penny's not looking too bad. I did make the tree look like he has a dick, though. Let yourself take that out tomorrow. Why did I do that?
Future oil painter says,
Background.
You getting shadows in now? Curry
Yeah,
says,
I'll tell you what I'm doing.
keep the dick.
So, but for sure, when I come back, I'll explain what I'm doing, my mentality for it. You're asking good questions about it, man. I just need to go clean my brushes. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Um, here, when this thing goes off, because
Future oil painter says. Okay.
set the next couple 5 minutes. I'll be quick.
Cher Curry says. But for chair you should paint mullet baby. Future oil painter says. Yeah, is there a picture of him somewhere? Cher Curry says. I don't know. Future oil painter says. Could add him to the Bat Attack painting. Future oil painter says. Where's Cherie? Future oil painter says. People are starting to drop off. Cher Curry says. Great idea. Cher Curry says. It's summertime, I think. Future oil painter says. Well. In the USA summer is over basically now. Cher Curry says. Doesn't fall start in end September or something? Future oil painter says. Oh yes, but what I mean is that schools are now open again and the feeling of summer is pretty much over by now. Future oil painter says. This August weather has been really strange and wet. Sher Curry says. That's what she said. Future oil painter says. Walked right into that one.
Oh, that's over with. Flip your chair. This is one. Proportions are in the ballpark. So now we go for the body type, which we have been going before. But what's happening in this pose is she's doing this here, and she'll kind of look to us and kind of do this sometimes. So there's between this part right here in the back, you're gonna have like when she does this, this shadow deepens here. So what I'm doing, I'm studying when she moves what it does, and then I'm going through and marking the position which I have her in. So whenever she gets there, I'm hatching out these points here, going this direction and trying to make it smooth. 1, 2, okay? And then I can either come across or I can come down like this, or I can do kind of a little bit of both. But I have to get that technique right, I have to, frankly, have cleaner lines, which I don't have yet. But in terms of like shadow shapes, you don't want to just be like, say, okay, well, it's shadow shape time, sure.
Sher Curry says. But if she moves, don't you get two perspectives mixed up?
You have to keep that in mind. You have to. This is how it is. I mean, you just gotta keep up with it. Like you won't get them mixed up if you wait to put the information in. You have to pay attention. But it's like this with everything. Like you can get two positions of the figure in a subtle way, right? But this.
I got too many demerits. They had a merit and a demerit system.
So.
Yeah. By the time my third year was there,
just take your time with it. That's all.
I was already hanging out with my sister's crowd.
It's gonna be soft.
People 10, 15,
soft.
20 years older than I was.
This slowly goes up like that, except
especially like
this is like this, and then that is going in the wrong direction.
Was I told them I practiced witchcraft.
Who said this?
Yeah, I mean,
wait.
I was talking about the time my parents enrolled me in a private fundamentalist Baptist school.
Oh gosh.
Here in Winston, private school.
Oh, you told them you said witchcraft to freak them out?
Well, I'd asked my parents after the second year I was kind of wanting to go back and catch up with my old class.
Different person.
Because people I knew in grade school and friends with, they kind of went away after that. But my sister's crowd kind of took the place of it.
Yeah.
And I was the kid, Yeah. So like, adopted by this older crowd.
It makes you feel like.
And I thought they were at the time just the coolest people in the whole world, and I would do anything they would tell me to do.
Yeah.
Trying to do what they did.
Yeah.
Just
they were your role model.
Way too young to be doing what I was doing. Hanging out with people I was hanging out with. So halfway through my third year there, and I've always been a big comic book fan. As a matter of fact, I've still got a collection of about 400 books now.
No way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was into the Witching Hour and the House of Secrets, a lot of the mystery comics.
I don't know that.
You know, some of the superhero stuff, but mostly all the other stuff. I started getting this idea for the comic books
Right, what to do which from?
about, you know, witchcrafts and the Egyptian Book of the Dead and all these ancient religions.
Right.
And I came across a book that about the witches and the people who practice Wicca in England.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Lester Crowley. And, there's no Alex Sanders. There were a couple more, so I started putting together.
Future oil painter says, witches.
So, anyway, they expelled. Oh. And, well, back in public school, it was such a culture shock.
I bet. Especially at such a young age. For such a different crowd.
So I was 15 at the time.
Whoa, you were young.
Yeah. Man, I'm sitting here thinking about it, it blows my mind.
It's crazy. Such a different life.
I think I did my first experience with hallucinogens coming at age 17.
Oh my gosh.
And boy, it was all there.
These are fascinating stories, Dennis.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was kind of accumulated in 1982. My brother-in-law was busted for selling that half-pound of cocaine on the foot ration.
Wait, where'd you get your wife then?
Well, I wasn't married then. I didn't have a girlfriend. I was just
Oh, brother-in-law. Oh,
brother-in-law.
sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah, he's married to my sister, which is her second cousin.
Wait, what?
Her first cousin husband was sort of a low-level pot dealer. Right?
Yeah.
He probably move a pound or two every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
By cutting it up into ounces and stuff like that. I used to help him. He used to get it in the 2.2 pound kilo bales compacted.
Where'd you guys even get cocaine from?
Oh, that cocaine made its first appearance with my first brother-in-law, but we're talking, a couple of grams, and it was a big deal.
Huh.
It just snowballed. It really did. When I first started hanging out with.
That's like a movie almost.
Yeah.
They weren't really doing it. They were
Yeah.
get together on Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, and had a little group. And, HBO was brand new. Saturday Night Live was brand new. And it was just something else. I gotta sit down and start going through this stuff.
Gosh.
But anyway, that August 1982, that's when I contracted what they called back then non-A, non-B hepatitis, which is known as hepatitis C now.
What is that? Like, what is contracted? How do you contract? How did you contract it? Someone asking.
I contracted it from intravenous drug abuse.
Oh.
Discovered this substance called MDA. It was kind of the forerunner of the drug known as MDMA. Actually, it was invented right here in Winston.
What? That's so crazy.
The guy he was known as Uncle Tom then.
You knew him?
I didn't know him. My brother-in-law did. And a lot of his friends did. Right? And it was kind of a hallucinogenic kind of amphetamine-based substance. But anyway, so I was glad I never got hooked into the needle that badly.
Yeah.
But I can remember going to the hospital and I was really freaked out about it. I was they didn't know about hepatitis C then. They thought, this was really bad. They come to the hospital room wearing biosuits and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Doctor told me, I remember the doctor telling me, she said, your enzyme levels don't, it's a significant drop is down to 24 to 48 hours. She said, chances are you're going to die. I was so screwed up at the time. I just said, well, doctor, that's always something that makes it.
Wow.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
Especially so young, that's crazy.
It was just a lot of damage done back then.
You were really part of living history.
Yes, that's insane.
Like, genuinely,
Future oil painter says, been working on a portrait for my brother's father-in-law.
Even if it's unbelievable, even if it's kind of crazy, you're still here today. I think that's pretty remarkable. I'm glad you're here today.
Well, like I said, I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
There's not a day goes by, I'm not grateful for that.
Yeah.
So, oddly enough, through all this, in the time that I was employed there in manufacturing, it's this place called the Bonson Company in Winston-Salem. And they made air washing units for textile mills and stuff.
Right.
And those were the years there. I was still working there when I contracted the hepatitis, which I was laid off that November of that year.
Oh.
And working second shift at the time. It was just a wild ass crowd. It really was. On a Harley ride.
Future oil painter says, Lewis, are you close to that college that Michael Jordan went to?
That's known for like being notorious for being kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half away. It's UNC. In fact, my neighbor actually knows Michael Jordan. He was the water boy on his team. So he's every once in a while I'll talk to him. It's pretty cool. Next door neighbor. Nicest man you'll ever meet. But yeah, they were in college together. He was the water boy for the team when Michael Jordan.
Future oil painter says, oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Michael Jordan's one of the guys that I'll watch their videos of him, but he's very wise and you want to listen to what he has to say. He's a very wise man. Very smart, extremely, extremely smart. And you just listen to what he says. Like he's one of the guys who, because I don't have solid advice in my life right now, and so like I find it through
Sheer
people
Curry
who
says,
are successful.
did you just say you talked to Michael Jordan?
I don't know. It's my neighbor does, and he doesn't do it all the time, but he'll keep in touch. He's kept in touch. He was the water boy on the team, and so yeah, nice, really nice man. Anyway, but yeah, like Michael Jordan is one of those guys who always, if you find an interview of him or him just talking about his life experience or
Future
anything
oil
like that,
painter
I
says,
just listen.
Jordan would always wear his college team shirts under his Bulls shorts. Sheer Curry says, no way.
Shirts under the shorts? Anyway, he's absolutely just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You better have the money for it. That's all I can tell you.
Wow.
Thank God I never got tangled up with him in that fashion. I never dealt with him as far as business was concerned. Which is probably what saved my life.
Yeah.
Dude. And they had the methamphetamine now. It was known as crack back then. the Angels sort of had a lock on the market, this town in Florida. They manufactured it. And it was good stuff. We used to joke about how much.
Future oil painter says, although I have heard he's not big on signing autographs, but I don't blame him.
I mean, dude, the man was so famous. And, you know, he gets hounded all the time. I mean, I don't know how anybody puts up with that type of fame. You know, I just leave the man alone at this point. You know, that's the way I look at it. Whether it's right or wrong or whatever, it's his decision. You know, but I mean, I don't blame him. I don't know how he deals with. I mean, he's famous on a different level. Like most people, there's nobody like that. What he did in the 90s and 2000s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, 3 decades.
Are you okay talking about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's so much of it that it's been a long time since I really even thought about it much.
And you've probably too been so, you know, like dealing with your mom's house and stuff. So now like you have time to think about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future oil painter says, yeah, if I see a famous person, I ignore them even if I'm next to them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just people. Just people. That's it. They're just people.
But I do cartoons for them.
What?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I still got some of, you know. But
Where
it's
you
like
the next let's see them.
So that's the odd thing. That's kind of where I find myself these days. Because even then, through all that, the art was right there. You know, after I graduated high school.
Cher Curry says, I've never seen a famous person LOL.
Some of this. So I enrolled at Davidson Community College in the fall of '76. But because I was more interested in hanging out with my sister's crowd and making a splash there, that was a point in life where I should have went for an associate degree in art. It would have been possible. As a matter of fact, the instructors at Davidson Community College tried their best to get me to do that, but I took adult continuing education courses, so I didn't have to take any of the rest of the curriculum. I just took all the art courses. Yeah. And I was really good at, you know, really did some good work for a student. And met up, of course, I found the like-minded people there.
Yeah.
You know, and because my sister was still married to her first husband, who was a low-level pot dealer. Yeah. Then everybody who was in art class that was looking for pot, I could get that for them, you know, so.
Well, hopefully, Dennis, you can talk to Terry, who has an obvious drug problem, and help set him on a better path in life. You know, Terry in the class. It's a joke. Terry's like a Christian golden retriever.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, genuinely.
He's I mean he's a very good man. And yeah, he's a
Future
child,
oil
which
painter
is a good
says,
thing.
one time I was taking the same flight as that guy Ferry, Food Channel guy, and I was wearing my business suit traveling for work. Anyways, I didn't want to bother him even though he was close by. He did laugh at me though. Not sure why. Could have been my wearing hairspray combed hair.
Seek out a 12-step group.
Oh, like, okay.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And look for those like-minded people that are involved in something else now, recovery. And stick with it.
Nice advice.
It's another manner of living that you have to do.
Do you wait? Did you say do you actually talk to people about that stuff and try to like?
Not much anymore, you know. I had somebody asked me the other day, we just talked about how long's it been since you had a drink? I said, it's been 15 years. So do you go to meetings? And I said, no. And
You say meetings are for
why
pussies.
don't you? I said, well, I don't really live a sober life now.
You don't live a sober life?
I don't, because I do use cannabis products,
Right.
but it's nothing like it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't, it's not like I'm stoned all the time or anything like that.
Yeah.
I like very little of it, but I don't go to the rooms and pretend,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't waste their time or my time either. I feel
Yeah.
such a big hypocrite if I did.
Sure.
The rooms.
Do what?
What are the rooms?
Of the rooms of AA, in Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, which usually they both go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You're an addict, is what you are. You have an addictive personality. So, but some people like to find their way one or the other. They feel more comfortable with the group in NA than they do AA, even though you're both after the same thing. And most of the people in AA have had a lot of experience with illegal drugs. It's mainly been alcohol, and they kind of concentrate on that. Which, if you're cross addicted, you gotta kind of have that back and forth. Because a lot of times we use alcohol to come down from a big cocaine jag.
So you use one to come down from the other?
And it helps smooth out the bumps. When the coke run out, you ain't got no more. It's gonna be a little while before you get more. And you kind of start substituting. It's a really bad thing. It really is. It will take your life.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's car wreck. Put one end over in 1986. I was thrown to the sunroof.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah, pretty good. I suffered a head.
Future oil painter says, my dad was an alcoholic up until he was 50.
Backside and front of my skull. It kind of made me dingy there for about a year.
That's crazy, man.
And I still sometimes feel the effects of those days.
Future oil painter says, part of reason why I never liked beer. Sheer Curry says, how did he stop?
How did you stop? They want to know how you stop. But also, that's a good question too. How do you meet your wife? Now we're curious. This is reminiscing.
Well, don't never use the phrase, "Oh, I quit drinking." Don't ever quit.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to stay sober. The program, trying to live by the principles, is the only thing I ever found that worked. It's a daily thing.
Sheer Curry says, wait, what we can't hear.
That's why I never quit drinking. That's why I never say not much about the time. I'd say it's been 15 years.
15 years strong. Yay.
15 years. If I drink today, that means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing. So, and accepting that. Acceptance is a big part of it. Accepting that fact about myself, and accepting that if I do it, it's just like the past 15 or 20 years just never happened. That would be terrible.
Yeah. So that's how you look at it. You do it now, and then the last 15, 20 years are nothing.
It's just, I knew guys, and I was really going to meetings regularly.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people go back out. Some of them had 20, 25 years of life. And when they went back out.
Future oil painter says. He popped a cold one open and
That's rough,
beautiful
man.
women came out of
That is-
nowhere.
That's something
Probably the
else.
same way it happened in 1980s beer commercials.
Only the difference is if you've aged 20 years. You go back to drinking like you did in your 20s.
You explode.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So. So I do it, but as far as the cannabis thing is concerned, I buy some flour and decarb it in the oven, and you can do it. You can smoke it, or you can do what they call decarb it in the oven for about 20 minutes at a certain temperature, and it activates THC in it, and you can consume it on peanut butter crackers, stuff like that. You have to figure out your dosage.
I never heard of any of this because everyone I hang around with, modern crowd only takes edibles.
Yeah.
I took an edible once,
Mm.
and I threw up so badly. I never swore never do it again. I threw up my Xiaolong Bao. It's always Chinese food. I always miss it when I throw up.
Ah.
The thing about edibles or gummies, as they call them, the biggest mistake a lot of people make is they'll take one, and it usually takes 45 minutes to an hour.
No, for me, it took like 8 hours.
And then because of what milligram the gummy was, and see a lot of people make a mistake, they do it after 20 or 30 minutes, they're not feeling anything, so they'll do another one, So
I just took one, and then it hit 8 hours later, and the worst part was, me and my sister were watching a shitty anime we both hate, and my body couldn't move, and because it's on Netflix, it keeps playing.
I want to stop this, but I can't. Is that what was happening?
I watched all of it.
And you resented that, didn't you? You were like, damn.
And because it's like I was high, it would move so slow, and I was like, I hate this show.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like,
Really?
I never took it again.
It's horrible.
It's not a regulated industry.
Yeah.
Like the gummies you get over Salem Organic Supply, fairly regulated, there's quality control.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out here making gummies, and you don't know how much is in it, or what's in it is really what they're saying is in it.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. You gotta be careful because sometimes, like in extreme cases, somebody will take something and it'll just destroy them.
You can.
Yeah.
You really can. Like they call it whiting out. It just kind of erases everything.
The opposite. Oh, I learned so many new things though. It's like gives a lot of context to like where I grew up. There's this girl who I was friends with, who kind of ended up taking kind of like a darker path, and she asked me this year. I haven't seen her in 6, 7 years. And she was like, hey, you want to hang out? And I was like, sure, I love hanging out with people. And then she was like, I need a supervised adult, we're the same age because we're in middle school together, to help me get my prescribed opioids. And she was talking about all she had done and how last month she had just gotten off meth. But now she's also engaged because she found a guy who she got addicted to meth too and thought he was hot.
Ah, yes. A very steady relationship there.
It was crazy. And then her mom was like, oh my gosh, Sarika, do you want to buy my gummies off me? And I was like, no, thank you, ma'am. And then she was like, your boyfriend doesn't actually love you. And I was like, oh, why? And she was like, because he if you've been dating for a year and he hasn't proposed, he's using you as a toy. Trust me, I would know. And I was like, I think we live very different lives, ma'am. And that it gave context to why my friend from middle school had gotten married so suddenly because her mom was like, because my friend she only graduated high school. She had nothing else but a man to rely on.
Right.
So she got the man addicted and like would use his stuff because he was pretty loaded.
Oh, I know, man. I'll show you my scrapbook sometime. I keep a photograph in it of me and 3 other guys outside from the Haynes Mall.
Haynes Mall.
Yeah, this was 1984, and my father was business agent of local 640 pipe fitters.
Huh.
This is after I left the Bonza Company and the International Association of Machinists.
Right.
And got in the pipe fitter apprentice program, local 640 at Kernersville, United Association of Plumbers and Pipe Fitters. My father was the business agent of it. And the United Way had a fundraising drive. And you could fill out a fake warrant for somebody you knew. And the Winston-Salem Police Department would go serve on them. You had to go to the mall to man the phones, and after you got a certain amount of donations, you were released, you know. And took a picture of me and 3 other guys out in front of the mall.
Oh, holding the thing?
You know, after we got through Annabelle's, sitting in the gun box.
Or Annabelle? That was still a thing.
Yeah, there was a bar called Annabelle's at the mall.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about everything. Okay.
But anyway, I keep this photograph in my scrapbook, my art scrapbook. Me and these 3 other guys, and I'm the only one that's still alive in the photograph.
Damn.
Wow, that's intense stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so where did you meet your wife during all of this?
Yeah. Back to your wife.
Well, I first met Susan in 1983. She was dating my asshole buddy who was in the apprenticeship program with me, you know.
So you were a whole record.
So, and they broke up about 1987.
Whoa, you're together for a
I
while.
had my car wreck in 86.
Whoa.
And I was starting to get straightened out about 1987. He broke up with her.
Oh.
And you know, she called me because
You're besties.
we was always hanging out together.
Yeah.
And she was really trying to she didn't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
What she's doing hanging out with this guy, I have no idea.
Thank you.
No idea. I think it's because he was friends with her first husband, who she wasn't married to. That wound up.
Did you not ask her? You can ask her. Say, what the hell?
Well, so she don't really know herself.
Take my marriage advice from my extensive experience.
Future oil painter says. Louis, what do you think of those
tell me how
easels
it
that
works
can
out.
be carried like a box?
Anyway, she was going to Forsyth Tech to get an associate degree in accounting, so she could make a better life for herself, you know. And she called me after they broke up. Nothing, you know, there was no
Funny
spark
business.
or lightning or anything. It was kind of just 2 friends talking, and she was telling about she was going to graduate in May of '87 from Forsyth Tech. So I sent her a card. Celebrated, you know. But she really was impressed by that. She said, nobody's ever sent me a card before. So we just kind of started dating, hanging out.
That's sweet.
You know, she was able to help me because I was able to get back to the pipe trade. Turned out as a journeyman in 1988. Worked at the Black Hole in Reynolds, where they were going to, that's what we called it, where they were going to manufacture the new Premier cigarette. The first smokeless cigarette. You know, if you ever remember F. Ross Johnson. Well, you wouldn't know if you grew up in Winston-Salem. But that was, you know, a good year. She graduated, got a job with a place called Forsyth Partners, which was a bunch of realtors here in Winston-Salem that really had things rolling then, you know. A lot of big money rolling around. You know, she was working for, matter of fact, the guy she was working for, and I'm not going to name them all, but they're all local here. They paid a huge amount of money having flown to that Mike Tyson fight where he knocked out the guy in something like the first round.
What? Wait.
15 seconds.
This is the one where he returned his return. That one.
Who was that he boxed that time?
I don't remember.
15 or 20 seconds. They spent all this huge amount of money being flown around on a private jet, the best seats, the whole 9 yards. And it was over with in about 15 or 20
Yeah,
seconds.
that guy was an animal.
She worked for them, you know, and she worked for them till 1990, when when their bubble finally burst. Like so many stories like that. It went huge to start with.
Yeah.
Expanded to a point where it couldn't maintain itself.
Yeah.
Everything collapsed in. And she was fortunate enough to go to Wake Forest Baptist Medical. Get a job there using her associate degree in accounting to get a job in grants management.
Cool.
And that's where she started out. And I started working, a couple of pipe jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Local, the union work was starting to go down. 1993, I found myself working as a welder in some of the local mom and pop shops around town.
Mm-hmm.
One place that built water stones. Another place north of town called Superior Manufacturing. Made, a wide line of products.
Water stove.
A water stove is kind of, you build a water tank.
Yeah.
And the best way I can describe it, it's sort of like a wood stove
Yeah.
inside a water tank. And you build the fire inside of the wood stove that's in the water tank. And in the water tank, you have copper coals.
Mm.
And the fire would heat the water up.
Mm.
And you could run your fresh water into the copper coal and it would heat it for you. At the time, everybody was going for it because it was a cheap way of getting hot water. Well, the drawback was you had to keep the fire fed if you wanted hot water.
Yeah, wow.
But I wasn't concerned with all that. I mean, I just showed up and did the work.
You're the analytics.
Collect the money. Knew it wasn't going to last forever. It's just.
Oh. You had a very rich life.
Oh, it's been colorful. Finished up. One of the buddies I worked at one place was started his own handyman service. And about year 2000, 2003.
Oh, that's when I was born.
And I worked with him till about 2011.
Wow.
It made, pretty good money with him. He paid me in cash.
Whoa. Do you wish you had pursued art though, for like a career, or are you happy with what you did?
Do what?
Do you wish you pursued art as a career?
Wish I'd pursued art as what?
As a career?
Oh, like I was getting back to, if I could look back on one life decision, which there's a lot of them. That the opportunity I had back at Davidson Community College, 76 to 78, if I'd been in the space where I'd go after that associate degree in fine arts, I probably could have took that and went on to a place like School of the Arts or Finland or some of the other art schools, Ringling in Florida. But I did not.
Hey, you always can.
But it's always, that's why, I really don't know how to answer people. I say, how long have you been drawing? How long have you been painting? It's just been a lifelong thing. It's one of the things that didn't get destroyed, I guess, is a better way to put it.
That's quick. Yeah.
It's just always just there. It's just like this. I was doing this in 2016 and I got a different view of it now.
Yeah.
Back then, I learned to draw the figures. I'll just insert them into my paintings. These, I figured out that was just the wrong way to look at it. Really build a painting around the figure, but I'm just not there yet. I got to learn how to draw the figure first, accurately.
Hey, you're doing it right now.
And then then build the painting instead of setting a stage for something, then trying to insert figures into it.
Yeah.
It just, didn't work. Which I had a studio downstairs. I usually, when I paint, it's something just straight out of my imagination. Like the last one I've done called Wavy.
Oh.
When I thought of the word wavy on that, I said, how would you paint that word? Wavy. What would you paint that somebody would look at it and say, that's wavy? Yeah. I try to use a lot of color. I texture my canvases, which I had one artist tell me, so that's just nothing but a gimmick, And I guess it could be, but through scumbling and manipulation, you can get a lot of interesting effects from it. So this time I'm kind of looking at it from, I want to grow my paintings out of the figure.
Yeah.
I think it would look more natural. Otherwise, I just go get some decals made of the human figure, just stick them on there. There it is.
Hey, that's how you do quick, like, background.
What the hell is that?
Well, thing is, the human figure drawing is the main thing is understanding proportion, not just of the human figure, but drawing the human figure helps you to proportion in lines, shadowing, how to key your values up. And that spans everything. So you get that nice touch on your work, and then it opens up the possibilities of things you can do. So if you want to start with the figure or paint something around the figure, you have the language, you can do it. If you want to add the figure in later, you can do it. You got to learn how to, you got to learn the language. So
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the work you do. I mean, I want to get that for that figure. Looks like it's just going to step off the canvas or step out of its surroundings.
oh yeah.
It's still very much part of the paint. What's around it suits them. There's like when it's done that way, there's such an energy there, or such a dynamic about it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
Dennis, you have had an interesting life, my friend.
For real.
Yeah, it's really actually extremely entertaining.
Like, you've been kind of quiet usually over paintings because, everyone's yapping, and now
Exactly.
we get to talk. I'm like, holy shit.
It's actually interesting and educational instead of just, I think I lost IQ and all this stuff. Yeah, 100%.
A lot of things happened. I went through a period of time in Christmas 1994, saw an ad for a watercolor workshop, an 8-week watercolor workshop.
Yeah.
And I showed it to Susan. She said, well, you haven't been doing anything artistic. I haven't done anything artistic in a couple, 3 years at that point. So once you get back into it, I'll buy you that for Christmas.
Future oil painter says. How many men has Dennis terminated? Kidding.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
We have an extremely serious question. Bloodford asks, how many men have you terminated? And apparently, they think you're extremely intimidating. You've seen a lot. How many men have you terminated?
Terminated?
Yeah.
Not any of those.
He's kidding.
I'm still out here walking around free. Yeah. No, who do I intimidate?
No, he's messing with you.
It's like anyway, because they kind of woke it back up. That's kind of started me forward on through the 8-week watercolor workshop. And turned the kitchen table when I had a chance. That's where I'd go and get my watercolors. Then in the attic of the house we stayed at, I made a little space. That was my first studio.
Wow.
And you could stand straight up if you was right in the peak there, but and I had to make my own drawing desk to get it upstairs. So you could take it apart. and reassemble it there in the space. And the guy I took the watercolor workshop from, I took private lessons from him for a while after that. He said, you know, I would recommend you join an arts organization like Associated Artists.
Yeah.
I said, I think it'd be good for you. Because you'll be around a lot of artists that's working on levels above you.
Future oil painter says, those Renaissance masters allegedly had people terminated to have corpses for study.
Be a part of what it means to be part of a gallery, gallery duties, responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just about what you could paint or draw, but how to hang shows, how to pick work, how to recognize work, you know, how to recognize your own progress, yourself and others. And I just kept at it. I rented my first space downtown on Liberty Street back in
Sheer Curry says, we should bring that back.
And just kind of stayed with it. And I moved downstairs here back in 2015.
Oh.
And when I was accepted into Artworks in 2013, you know, I was really surprised because when I made the application to them, I said, you're not going to get that.
But you did.
But I did. So that kind of lit the fire right there.
Yeah.
Because the first year all I had to show was my fruit paintings, which I still have. Excuse me.
Sheer Curry says, I want to paint a freaking skull. Why is that so much to ask?
First one I did was blueberry. This one huge blueberry on the chipboard with clouds in the background. That was the whole focus of it. Then came peachy.
Oh, peachy.
Just 3 peaches. You know, after the session's over, I can show it to you on my phone and stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
And anyway, and then pumpkins.
What's the best fruit ever, Dennis?
The tomato. Which when I showed it, that's how I told them to spell it. Instead of tomato, I want to spell tomato, the phonetic spelling of tomato.
Yeah.
And I was accepted in.
Future oil painter says, actually in one documentary doctors analyzed Da Vinci anatomy drawings and they said they were not really correct.
Took a workshop in 2014 with the guy that I took watercolors from years before.
Wow.
And
it all goes back full circle.
Yeah, and another guy, what was his name? Joe, did you know? He was an abstract. Did you?
No. No.
And he was the one that showed me the trick with texturing your canvases. He wasn't as extreme with it as I've gotten to be here the past couple of 3 years.
Sheer Curry says, but he got the ball rolling on a lot of things.
Then I come back and use that to make my moon paintings, which is really a big hit. You know, it was that same year that Alan Calhoun told me about Lewis. When I was talking to Alan about figure drawing and stuff, I said, I really need to.
Alan's a photographer, yeah, very good.
Yeah. He said, well, there's a guy, Lewis Guidetti, he showed me one of the magazine covers you've done. I said, you mean I got a chance to make this? He said, well, you want to go talk to him? He said, I can introduce you.
Yeah, man.
And I think the first session we done was in Alan's studio. That's when Alan had a huge studio.
That's right. We used to do it down there, didn't we?
We did, and that's when he was first had Benji as a model.
Oh, Benji, yeah. I ended up firing him because he was pissing me off.
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
Yeah.
That's when I modeled. I was very angry. I was pissed off the whole time. Do you know Benji? I was angry at him because he kept on. Well, I want to interrupt his story. He's so
Sheer
interesting.
Curry says, who did you fire?
Okay, I'll tell you this quick, and then I want you to remember where you were because I want you to. So Benji, he was actually like really good model, and I like
Future
him,
oil
really
painter
nice guy,
says.
but
Yup,
he
gotta give
kept
M
on
credit.
making
Also,
like
he
he would
spent
miss
hours
the last second,
dissecting
and it would
corpses
be
and
some
could not
excuse like I
imagine the
forgot
smell
to set my
500
alarm or
years
something
ago.
like that. And it happened a lot, and then finally, like we had a class. It was like Saturday morning, and I I he wasn't showing up again, and I called him. I said, Benji, where are you? And says he was asleep. He was like, oh, sorry, man, I overslept. I was like, it's all right. Like, are you gonna be able to make it here? He's like, yeah. And then I said, all right, well, I'll see you here. And then it was like 10, 15 minutes later. Um, he said he would be over in like no time at all. I think he called me back. He said, hey, can I get a ride? I said, yeah, give me the address. He's like, oh, okay. So like he gives me the address. I type it in. It's literally right down the street. And I was like, Benji, all you got to do is I was like, I'm not coming and picking you up. You come over here, just like, and he's just like, he said something that I was like, you know what? I'm not having you back in. And then I went back in and I was pissed. And if I know myself, which I do, I was probably venting to the class, right? And then, to Dennis, who's seen everything in the world, and I'm like bitching and complaining about Benji, the model who never showed. And so, but then I got up there and posed, which I hated. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's the sketch. That's the sketch. Yeah.
He was so pissed off.
I was pissed. Well, it was like a build up to it too. It wasn't just a one time thing. It was like a lot of things happened. And to the point where I was like, dude, if you don't I think it was one of those things where I warned him. I said, look, if this happens again, I like you, but I can't have you back. Like this is happening. Like it was something like that. And then he pulled that shit, and I was like, you son of a bitch. I was so angry.
He was raging. He was trolling you.
It's just, yeah, I just, I don't know. Maybe I was less patient. I don't know. I'm pretty not patient now, so.
Well, even though I didn't really know the real deal of what's going on, about half, I kind of suspect. Sound like Benji might have a problem.
Yeah, I think yeah.
I think, well, that sounded like some of the shit I used to do when
Yeah.
I was really partying. You would, say, yeah, I'm gonna be there, and then you go out and get blitzed, then you start making up all these excuses, or
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it, man. I'll be right there. And
Really?
you have no intention of doing it.
Oh.
You're just trying to save your space, when actually you're destroying it all at the same time.
Well, I mean,
that's kind of what I suspected at the time.
did you? Gotcha. Yeah.
It was a shame too, because the dude had worked on his body. He had a fantastic body.
Yeah, he was a good model. Like, and he was a nice guy. Like I like that. He's a good. I liked him. But at the same time, he pissed me off.
But he just wasn't dependable.
Yeah, he wasn't dependable. So it had happened. I mean, you were there. It had happened several times at that point, I think.
Just like you say, if it happens once or twice, okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Like we had ongoing things.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And the only thing I suspect that, drinking or drug problem is wound up in. That's what was taking him away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was very unfortunate. Yeah, because he was, he was a good guy, very solid, and very good model.
Have you ever had to kick any other models out before?
I think so. I think so. Well, I have, but it's been more like I just don't get back to them because they've pissed me off. Like, there was one girl who I told Terry that his line looked retarded, and this girl was so PC that she started admonishing me, like standing out there, and I just ignored it, but I just didn't have her back in.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah. But like, huh? 35 seconds. You are almost done. Well, that's a soft surface as well. So like, it's not like a hard one, and it's not for a long period of time. You know, like if there are people who model like the long poses and stuff, those things go on for a couple weeks. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Surika, good job. You did great, girl. You did great. All right, guys. That is it. Hey, it was extremely entertaining and educational, like in a good way. I know, and I
Sheer
appreciate
Curry
you
says.
talking about
Bye.
that stuff. Guys, I'll see you.
What I'm doing now is working for me.